If you are on TikTok, I bet you are probably freaking out about the fact that there may be another TikTok ban looming in our future. Don't stress out yet. If you are looking for a way to be able to download all of your TikTok videos that you have published, I have a way to bulk download them all without the watermark, and you can be able to keep them on your computer or in Google Drive or any other storage place for you to be able to potentially repurpose and use on another platform. Or maybe you just want to keep them for posterity. Maybe you have videos of memories that you don't care to lose. I got you. In this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how to accomplish this for free. The first thing we want to do is I need to list out the items that you are going to need to accomplish the method that I have. If you don't have these items available to you, then I recommend searching Google for another option. There may be another app or another method that you could use on your, like, say, mobile device if you don't have a desktop computer. If you don't have access to any of these things, please feel free to reach out to me, because I offer this as a service. Depending on how many videos you have, I can download them all for you at a very reasonable cost. What you're going to need is, I recommend doing this on a desktop computer, and that's why this video is being recorded on my desktop computer. Number two, I am going to be using the Chrome browser. So for best results, I want you to also make sure you are using the Chrome browser. Number three, you want to have Google Sheets. And I say Google Sheets, and I'm doing this video using Google Sheets because of the fact that Google Sheets is free. So if you don't already have a Gmail account to get access to these Google products, I recommend just setting one up. It is so simple. It's free. It's also a way for you to be able to create a YouTube channel, which may be an option you might want to look towards if you are deciding to leave the TikTok app, or if TikTok does get banned in the United States. And lastly, we're going to use this website called Talk Download. It actually allows you to copy and paste the URLs of your TikTok videos and be able to bulk download multiple amounts at a time without the watermark, and it downloads it on your computer in a zip file. So let me explain to you how this process works. The process involves having 3 codes. And by the way, this document that I'm showing you here will be linked in the description box of this video. So feel free to click on the link, and then you can save this. You can download it for yourself. This actually is a Notion page, or a Notion note. So if you do have Notion, you can just copy and bring it into your own Notion workspace if you have one. So there's 3 different codes, and I'm going to show you where you exactly copy and paste these into to be able to accomplish what we need to do. Go to your TikTok channel on your desktop. And for example, I am going to pick a TikTok account of a friend of mine, Lainey, True Bliss Tarot. And Lainey had posted a comment on one of my TikTok videos that said, yes, she wanted to learn how to do this. So I am actually going to do this for her, because she did leave a comment. And so she won't really have to learn how to do this, but maybe Lainey will in turn share this video with some of her friends, that the same thing as I have done for her. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on Lainey's TikTok account. What we want to do once you are sitting on your TikTok page, the first thing you want to do on your keyboard is you want to push F12. And when I hit F12, you're going to see all this stuff come up on the side, right? This is called your browser console. So in this instance, it's your Chrome console, and you'll see all these different little codes. And as I'm scrolling through these codes, you see how different things are being highlighted on her TikTok page, and that represents the website code that's in here. Down at the bottom, you'll see that's where the console is, okay? And the very, very bottom, you'll see this little blinking arrow where I'm highlighting in yellow. This is where you're going to post the first code. So what the first code does, and I'm going to click over here and scroll down, I am going to copy this first code. So what this, and I'm going to do a right click copy, and then we're going to paste it. First code, what it does is it actually allows your website version of your TikTok, it keeps scrolling down every so often so that you're fully feeding all of your videos to be up on one website page, viewable. Okay, if that makes any sense. Let me just show you. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste the code. Now you see the code goes in here, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to hit enter. So I'm going to hit enter, and you're going to watch and you're going to see the screen start to scroll. See, I am not doing anything. It's literally scrolling by itself. So we're going to allow this to scroll for a few minutes, and when it gets to the bottom, then we'll continue. Now, I will say this. The first time that you enter something in your Chrome console, you may get an error message that says something to the effect that your security settings in your Chrome browser may not allow for copy and pasting of code into this console. All you have to do is reply with whatever they tell you to reply. I believe it was like accept, copy and paste, or something like that. My computer settings were set so that it couldn't originally accept the copy and paste. And now that I have enabled it, it does it for me automatically every single time. So you only have to do that part just once. All right, we're back. And this took probably about a good 3 minutes to go through all of her TikTok. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to pop over to my note page, and we are going to now do number 2. We're going to copy and paste code number 2. So we're going to right click, copy, come down here again, continue on, and we're going to do right click, paste, and then we're going to hit enter. Now what this is going to do is this is going to work in the background for a bit, and it's actually going to grab all of the descriptions that you put in on these videos, and it's also going to give us a delimited file, and it's going to have grab the URLs of all of your videos. Okay, so I'm back. What I needed to do is I needed to adjust the code. I needed to adjust the copy and paste. When I copied it from my original little document onto here, it didn't do the lines the way it needed to, so it was giving me a syntax error. So I've actually corrected it now. So you see how these are all listed on these individual lines with, you know, every single weird thing there. It needs to be just like this. So I copied this, pasted in there, and you'll see that underneath here you'll see the listings of the TikTok URLs. So now we have to do the last section of it, which is this code 3. And what code 3 does is code 3 automatically takes all this information and downloads it into a database that's called My Data, and it will automatically download it to your desktop like magically. And this is why you will then need the Google spreadsheet to be able to view this. Click on down in that browser console, and we're going to do right click, and we're going to paste that code number 3. And did you see how it did that? It all of a sudden, it did it really quick, and it showed up there. I hope you saw that. The next step is to go on over to Google Spreadsheets, okay? So what you do is, this is a spreadsheet already open, but you just go to Google Spreadsheets, and then you click Go to Sheets, and you're going to choose the first option, which is Blank Spreadsheet. I've already done that right here. The next step we have to do is we just go File, and we import, because we're going to import this database, and we're going to hit Upload, and we're going to browse to our download file. We're going to choose the My Data file. I actually downloaded it twice on accident, so we're just going to choose the My Data file. We're going to hit open, and you'll see it's coming up right now. You want it to replace the spreadsheet, and we want to detect the separator automatically. Now, the separator that this code uses is a semicolon. Usually the separator is a comma. That's why they call these data files comma separated value. But in this instance, we are just going to click it to automatically. So basically, hands off, don't touch anything, use the options that Google Sheets uses, and then we're going to click import data. And there you have it, folks. Column A is your description. So in other words, in her descriptions, she usually just used hashtags instead of a description. And then in column B, we have every single video that is linked in a URL. So we can scroll down this file really quickly just to see how many files she has. She has 1,155 videos. So that's quite a bit, really. For me to start the process of putting this into the actual bulk downloader, I am going to do one other thing just to make my life a little bit easier and to save this original information in the way that it was given to me. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come down to the bottom of Google Sheets, and I'm going to add another sheet right here, okay? And I'm going to call this for bulk download, just for my own purposes. Then I'm going to come back to the data, and I'm going to highlight this entire column of just the URLs, and I'm going to copy it. So it's click on the column, right click, copy, and then we're going to come over to this tab, and I'm going to just sit in this column A, and I'm going to do a right click, paste. And that is going to give me, without the first column, all of her URLs. So I can easily be able to kind of manage and track which ones I've bulk downloaded. This is kind of like my little easy way to do it. Jumping over now to the actual important part of the video is the Talk download website. So I'm going to click on here. Now, this is a free app. If it prompts you to do like a free account, just set up a free account. This doesn't cost you anything because I am logged in because it says to log out. With this website, what I can say is that how many things you can download at one time is dependent on the speed and the memory that your computer has, okay? My recommendation is to start off with like doing 30. Or start off with just doing 10 to see if it'll do it properly first. And then from there, you can move and try doing more and more. Okay, so for this example, I'm going to be bold and I am going to highlight, 100 of these. Actually, I think I'll highlight 99 of them because we're starting with line 1. And I can use these lines as a guide as to how many I'm copying for this first try. So I'm going to highlight. So I'm clicking down with my left mouse, and I got to move myself here. Let me try that again. So we're going to click, and we're going to highlight down, and I'm just going to use my scroll button on my mouse with the left mouse button down, and I'm going to scroll down till I hit 99. Okay. For me, that's just to make sure I'm just under. But also, I don't want it to go over. I don't want it to give an error because I think it only can do up to 100. So I'm going to do a right-click copy of all of those. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little X here so that I know that that's the last one I did. Then I'm going to jump over to this, and then inside of here, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click with my mouse, and I'm going to do a right-click, and I'm going to paste. And you'll see all of her videos automatically come into here. You can do a right-click paste, or you can hit paste here. And this will automatically pull all the URLs that you have copied in your clipboard. Then we're going to cross our fingers, and then we're going to hit download. Okay, so you see what it did here? It said error, links is not valid. So it came up with an error for some reason. I'm not sure why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh the screen, and I'm going to go back to the spreadsheet, and we will try doing 50. Let's see if it lets me do 50. Right click, copy, put an X there so that I know where I am. Right click, paste, download. It looks like it's going to do it. So how you can tell it's going to do it is you'll see the circle will fill up with either the blue and the red, which the red actually downloads. This is kind of brilliant, by the way. The red actually downloads the thumbnails of all the videos. The blue actually downloads the actual video into a video file. So I'm going to put this on pause, and I will pick this up when this gets done generating everything. Once all the videos have downloaded, you will see two options. We have an option to download all the covers, which I don't really do. I just, don't worry about them. And then you have an option to download all videos. Now, the only thing I can see here is that for some reason, the cover for this video number 2 didn't come through. A few of them didn't come through, but most of them did. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click to download all videos, and you'll see up here in the corner, it'll say download progress, and it gives you a time frame. This says 51 minutes, but it'll come a lot faster. Okay, we have the file is downloaded, and this took quite a while, so make sure that you have something else going on, something else that you're doing, and you can kind of come back and check to see the status of it. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on the downloads, and you can see it's basically almost a 2 gig file, and this is just literally for, what did I say, about 50 videos. And I'm going to click over here to the folder so that you can kind of see what it looks like. So I'm going to click on the folder, and this is what it looks like here. It is a zip file. So what you can do with this is you can keep it zipped up. That's the smaller version of it. And then you can just like upload it to Dropbox or box.com, or you can put it up in Google Drive if you have set up that Gmail account to get access to Google Sheets and stuff. You can actually upload it and save it in your Google Drive in case you want it. Or if you want to upload the full video files, you can double click on this file and you'll see TikToks are listed in the middle of it. There's an icon here to extract all. So we can click to extract all, and it's going to extract it into a folder with the same name. Now, what I would do is I would probably change this name to TikTok Vids 1 to 50, right? Because that's what I downloaded. And then hit extract. And you see it's going to copy all of the videos into this individual folder. And now that that's complete, it automatically calls up this folder. So if you go back to the download folder, you'll see now you have this TikTok Vids 1 to 50. So you can double click on it, and then it has TikToks inside of that. Double click on it, and then it lists the folder again. Double click, and then here they all are. It's going to take a few minutes for it to load up, but there's literally, and it numbers them too. Once it pulls up all the way, there we go. So now we have them all listed, and I can click on one, and I'm going to right click just to show you. I'm going to choose to open it with this VLC media player. It's just the one that I prefer to use on my computer. By the way, if you ever happen to download a media file and it won't play on your computer, this VLC media player is a great option. It's a free download, and it pretty much has any and all of the codexes that you need to be able to watch and be able to play a video file. So we're going to click on that. Ooh. And there it is.
Okay. Good morning, my sweet little Magnolias.
Good morning. I love her videos.
Isn't that... Well, you can't see because it's black and white, but that's
okay. So we don't need to play the whole thing.
Let's do our sweary affirmation.
We're going to close that out, and like I said, now these are all listed on your computer, and now you can just go in once that one's done. Now we can go in if you want, and we can download some more. And I'm not going to go through and do all 1,000 of her videos. I'll do it off camera. And that's it. that's the process. You just keep on doing that over and over again until all of your videos are then downloaded. And you'll notice that that video that I showed you of Lainey's, that there is no watermark, and she can choose she can use those videos, and she can choose to re-upload them onto a YouTube channel. She can use them for Instagram Reels. She can do whatever she wants with them. If you guys have any questions regarding this process, please let me know. Drop me a comment below, send me a DM on any of my social platforms. They will also be listed below. Feel free to also email me at my email address, which is joanne@joannemoxam.com. I look forward to teaching you guys a new skill in my next free skills building video. You guys have a great day.